So do you remember that movie, The Deadly Spawn? The one with the giant penis with teeth that attacked a family back in the 80s? Well, apparently that movie was so successful that producer Ted Bohus, whatever, decided it needed a sequel. Now that didn't happen, but what did happen was Deadly Spawn 2 metamorphosized into the gloriously shitty pile of schlock that you see before you. Metamorphosis, the Alien Factor. Which is a title way cooler sounding than what this movie actually is. It kicks off with a security guard investigating a malfunctioning door inside a research facility.
What is this? Blood. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
I don't really think you need to be dipping your pencil into the massive red puddle on the ground to realize what that is. Probably why he's a security guard, not a detective. Inside, he gets grabbed by some sort of monster in a vicious attack so brutal that he stops screaming for like 15 seconds only to explicitly start again. It's a really weird editing choice.
All infectious biological levels nominal. Please use caution. M5 and GH4 indicators at standard OPC.
Turns out the guard who was killed was the father of these two sisters, our main characters, who, to me at least, maybe it's just because I'm getting old or something, I don't know. They look basically the same age, but then you have dialogue like this.
Aftershave.
You like it?
You get to bed right now, Missy. It's a school night, and you stay there, you hear me?
Lighten up. What are you, my mother?
Now, if you were to ask me, if they had put all the movie's budget into the effects, and then they just went out on the street corner, handing out rolls to the first person who walked by, I don't think I'd disagree with you. Because, yeah, the acting, it's not good. Yeah, so anyway, when the girls realized their dad didn't come home, they decided to go to the research facility to figure out what's going on. And that's basically subplot A. So back at the lab, the head of the company, Dr. Violini, which sounds like an Italian pasta or some shit, is trying to cover up what happened.
You saw what that creature is capable of.
That creature is still Michael Foster.
I'm doing what I can.
Well, it's not enough, damn it. What about Elliot? What about John Griffin? What are you going to do about them?
That has already been taken care of.
You're a cold bastard.
What, you mean the slick back hair and accent wasn't a dead giveaway? I mean, come on, look at that dude's face. It practically screams, I'm an asshole. So this is where the movie decides that what we need, what we truly deserve, instead of a monster run amok, is 30 minutes of flashback to explain the exact origin of the monster before you really get to see what the monster actually looks like. That makes total sense. Like, you know those scenes in like most monster movies where they have to explain the origin of the monster's creation, but it usually happens near the end of the movie, like in the latter half, after the monster's already run amok and destroyed a bunch of people and like caused havoc, and you've seen it and you actually like, the interest is there. This movie does that, but it does it right at the beginning for the first like, it might have been longer than 30 minutes, I don't know, honestly, it felt like an hour. One of the scientists, Michael, was dicking around with an alien that sort of looks like a cross between a beat-up ballsack and a boglin. I probably aged myself drastically by referencing that. Oh, whatever, it's fine. When he gets bit on the hand because his girlfriend was busy trying to distract him in a room full of alien mutation experiments. Fucking women, right? Because of this, the alien's genes are transferred to Michael, and he slowly starts mutating. Slowly becoming what I can only describe as like, I don't know, a mound of gross lasagna. Honestly, the practical effects here, not bad at all. That's probably the movie's saving grace. So, Michael becomes the monster. And finally, after an hour into the movie, it starts delivering on that monster mayhem it was promising. And despite looking like a penis with the skin pulled back, the monster effects they're solid. I mean, I have no idea what kind of drugs they were on when they came up with the design of this thing, but it's cool, I guess. It has a tendency to shoot out grabby tentacles like those things from Half-Life 2 that hang off the ceiling, and it spits out, like, grabby blobs of, like, I don't even know what it is, like brains with teeth or something, I don't know. You even get some hilariously janky stop motion thrown in for good measure. This movie has everything you could possibly need. The movie has a tone that's about as subtle as crashing into a wall at 100 miles per hour. 1 minute it's full of blood and death, and then suddenly the music switches to something you'd expect from an 80s family movie.
Elliot! You're trying to give me a heart attack? Stand back. Come here, you.
Like, it's so out of place. There's also like this one black dude who got hired by the head bad guy with the accent, and this guy he loves beating the crap out of people. No joke. I'd say 95% of the time this guy is on screen, it's just him punching or slapping people. Honestly, it's awesome. Eventually, the two sisters and one of the other guys that got hired by the company head, I think, whatever, find a particle collider and they use it on the monster. Now, we've already established at this point that guns don't work on this thing. Bullets basically bounce off it. So, during the climax, the monster attacks this dude, so the younger sister decides to go out and save him.
52 seconds to recharge.
Kim, what are you doing?
He saved my life.
Kim, don't!
By picking up the gun and shooting the monster. So the moment your character does something this stupid, you need to just kill him off right away. Just stop her gene pool from reproducing and making more of that person. Like, we need less dumb in the world. Of course she lives, so there's that. And it basically sums up Metamorphosis. I mean, if you can make it through the boring parts of this movie, you're rewarded with some entertaining special effects from a bygone era. Is it a good movie? No, but I mean, for the most part, it's not boring, which is the most you can ask from a movie with a title like Metamorphosis: The Alien Factor. It's just a shittier hybrid of like Aliens and The Thing. This is one of those sit down with friends, crack a few beers, and just channel your inner Mystery Science Theater. It's one of those type of movies.
Play the movie. I want you to smile.